So you've hit a wall with your Facebook ads. You've done everything you possibly can to increase your conversions, improve your return on ad spend, decrease your cost per result, but it's just not getting you the results you want. Well, I've got good news for you. It's not completely hopeless because in this video, I'm going to show you 5 simple things you can do to revive your campaigns to get the conversions you're after. Now, I've audited a ton of ad accounts and I actually charge a lot to do one-on-one consultations, where I give my personal recommendations on how to optimize an account. But today, I'm literally going to give away all my best secrets for free. So all I ask is that you hit that thumbs up button because what you're about to learn in this video is going to save you a ton of time and make you a lot of money. And if you're new, please consider subscribing because I'm always releasing new videos to help e-commerce brands like you with your Facebook advertising. So let's not waste any more time and dive right in. So this is actually part 2 of a series that I'm doing where I cover in detail the things you should be doing to fix your Facebook ads. In the last video, I said that if we could get that video to 50 likes, I would do a part 2. So here it is. And if you haven't watched that video, you can check that out here. I'll also link it in the description box below. So now for the good stuff. The first tip is going to sound so simple and obvious, you're going to think it's crazy. And that's simply duplicating your winning ad sets and setting them at a lower budget. No, I'm serious. It's really that simple and it works. So let's say you had an ad set that was performing really well for you at $100 a day and suddenly it started tanking. Well, all you have to do is take that same ad set that was getting you strong results, duplicate it, and reduce the budget to $75 or even $60. Sometimes stripping away all the complicated strategies and just taking things back to basics works wonders. If you're in a situation where you had a great ad set that all of a sudden started declining, try this strategy and you may find that your new ad set will revive itself. Now, when it comes to scaling, one of the questions I get asked most often is, how do I know when to scale? Is it after 2 purchases? Is it after I've spent a certain amount of money? And my answer is simple. I look at ROAS and nothing else. Remember, ROAS is king and all the other metrics are secondary when it comes to knowing when and how to scale. Now, there's one thing that I look for that tells me immediately if an account has the potential to scale to that coveted 4 or 5 figures a day. And that is, do you have at least 8 profitable ad sets to scale from? Because of how competitive the Facebook ads landscape is these days, you need a very strong foundation if you're looking to scale aggressively. Know your break-even ROAS and aim for at least 8 profitable ad sets. Those would be my prerequisites. That isn't to say that you can't scale successfully with less than 8, but the more profitable segments you can pull from, the better your chances are. Think of it this way, a business like Amazon or Walmart that caters to the needs of millions of customers is more profitable than a niche store like David's Bridal, which only caters to engaged women. It's a lot easier to reach mass scale when you have more customers because your market potential is greater. Also, real quick before we get to the next tip, I want to invite you to book a free strategy and discovery call with me. If you're an e-commerce brand and you've been running ads for a while and are looking to scale your ads to the next level, or you're doing at least $20,000 in monthly sales from your store, my agency has a track record of getting incredible results for clients just like you. On our call, we'll review your ad account, I'll audit your account and give you my personal recommendations on how you can optimize your campaigns and give you tips on how you can improve your overall digital marketing funnel. We're looking to take on a select few online stores to work with and help you scale to your next sales target. So if this is something that you'd be interested in, click the link in the description box below to book a call with me because we would love to work with you. Do you have a low AOV? These days, I always look at a brand's average order value or AOV and I know instantly if that brand is going to be successful on Facebook. Why? Well, it all comes down to basic math. Going back to the previous point, Facebook ads is quite competitive these days, so your CPM probably ranges anywhere from $10 to $50 per 1,000 impressions, depending on who you're targeting. And a high CPM is a symptom of a weak campaign. So in other words, it means your ads are not relevant to your audience, and so Facebook punishes you by charging you more to show your ads to the audience you want to reach.
Whoa, wait a second. You're making $500,000 on this deal?
Roughly.
On the flip side, a low CPM means your ads are relevant and your audience is receptive to your ads by clicking on them. And assuming that your Facebook ads conversion rate is within the industry average of 10% for e-commerce, a $20 or $30 AOV isn't going to cut it. So with that in mind, this puts you at an average return of 2 at best. This is assuming 1 purchase per 1,000 impressions. $25 return on a $12 CPM is a 2x return at best, which is good, but it's not great if your goal is to scale your ads in the long term. Now, keep in mind that these are just averages and your CPM and conversion rate could be a lot lower and it could be a lot higher depending on how engaged your prospects are. But generally speaking, this is the average that we see across the e-commerce industry. So with that being said, you want to maximize your AOV in order to have any chance of scaling. One of the next things I look for is, what does your frequency look like? Are you facing ad fatigue? You're bound to run into ad fatigue if you've been running the same ads to the same audience for a long period of time. Too often, I see brands making the mistake of running the same ads over and over and over to the same audience. And what happens is Facebook delivers your ads to the same people who, after a while, have seen your ads 2, 3, or even 6 times, causing your frequency to shoot up. And eventually their campaigns will suffer because of this, because at that point, even if you're targeting super hot leads, those prospects won't buy because they've seen the same creatives already. You need to show them something new, especially if your daily spend is high. And I'd say if you're spending more than $100 a day, you need to monitor your ads a little bit more closely to make sure your frequency doesn't become an issue. Obviously, the way to combat this is to rotate in new creatives when your frequency climbs above a 3. A frequency of 1.5 and 2 is considered healthy because you have to remember new customers need to see your ads a few times before they make the decision to buy. But if your frequency is above a 4 and your ads are not producing the results you want, then obviously you need to show them something new. Are you leveraging all high value custom and lookalike audiences in your targeting? Now, I did a super detailed video where I showed you all the custom and lookalike audiences that no one really talks about here on YouTube, but they are absolute killer and super powerful in driving a ton of sales and conversions. I highly recommend that you go check out that video if you haven't already, but basically the idea here is to target high intent prospects based on the actions they've taken on your website and how they've interacted with your brand on Facebook or Instagram. Some of the hottest audiences we deploy within my agency produce the highest ROAS for our client accounts. And just to name a few, these are anyone who has saved a Facebook or Instagram post, the top 10% of website visitors by time spent, and VIP customers who have purchased most frequently or spent a certain dollar amount. So if you're only targeting an add to cart lookalike, a customer list lookalike, and things like that, that's fine. And your ROAS might be okay, but you're losing out on a lot of sales by not targeting some of these advanced custom audiences. Have you tried stacking your best ads across multiple ad sets and campaigns to build social proof? Sometimes building up a bit of engagement on an ad can help the performance and improve your results. All you would need to do here is take the post ID of your best ads and use that same ad across all the ad sets that you're running. Doing this will ensure that all your ad sets and campaigns are pointing to that single ad so that one ad receives all the likes, comments, and engagement. I've seen this work incredibly well on several client accounts where we've been able to amass over 100,000 likes and tens of thousands of comments on a single ad. I believe that ad is still actively running across our campaigns right now because it's been such a solid evergreen performer. And for those of you who don't know how to grab the post ID, I'll show you exactly how to do that because it's not all that intuitive in Ads Manager. So first, you'll go to an existing ad that you've already ran and try to pick one that already has some engagement and ideally a few purchases as well. Then you'll click preview, Facebook post with comments, and that will take you to Facebook where you can see how the ad looks natively within your Facebook newsfeed with all the likes and comments. Then click the three dots up here and select Embed. On this screen, copy the numbers at the end of this URL here. Then go back to Ads Manager and go ahead and create a new ad within your ad set. Scroll down and instead of create ad, you want to select existing post and then just paste the ID that you've copied right here. Now, for video ads, you might get a message right underneath here that says this post can't be used and it'll give you a different ID to use instead. Just copy and paste the suggested ID and that will be the correct post ID for your video ad. Like I said, it's not the most intuitive and I don't know why Facebook makes it so difficult to grab the post ID, but that's how you would go about doing that. And the reason this works so well is because people are more likely to trust an ad with thousands of likes rather than an ad with 2 likes. Customers want to know that your brand is legit and not a scam, so these days they're much more wary about buying things from sponsored posts on Facebook and Instagram. And that's perfectly understandable because I would hate to be scammed by an ad I saw on Facebook. That would literally ruin the chances that I ever buy anything from an ad again. So this is one way to build that social proof and increase your conversions by showing an ad where the likes and comments serve almost as reviews and customer testimonials that your brand can be trusted and is legitimate. So there you have it. 5 tips plus 1 bonus tip that you can do to revamp your campaigns if they're underperforming. And if we can get this video to 60 likes, I'll do a part 3 for this series. Don't forget that if you would like to book a discovery call with me, just click the link in the description box below. As always, if you learned something or got value from this video, don't forget to smash that thumbs up button, subscribe, and comment down below any questions that you have. Until next time, I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye!